You know you should leave. It's not bad exactly, but it's stopped being yours a while ago. Yet here you are, still in the room, still performing competence in a context that no longer fits who you've become. Welcome to Daily Power Boost. I'm Shawn Michael. This isn't a podcast about pushing harder or fixing yourself. It's a space to see clearly how your experience is actually being created. Each episode offers a simple shift in understanding, not a tactic, not a hustle, a clearer view of thought, identity, and the patterns you've been living inside. Because when misunderstanding drops, relief rises, energy returns. You move forward with calm, sovereign clarity. This is your Daily Power Boost. Welcome back to Daily Power Boost. Last time we looked at ambition, how hunger and calling can look identical from the outside and feel completely different from the inside. Today, let's look at what happens when someone has been running on hunger for long enough that they built a life around a version of themselves they've already outgrown. And why leaving it is harder than it should be, even when they know it's time. Here's what staying in the wrong room actually costs. And I mean this precisely, not metaphorically. Every day you spend performing a version of yourself that no longer fits, that's a day your actual identity doesn't get expressed. This might sound philosophical unless you feel it in practice. It shows up as low-grade fatigue that isn't about your workload, in the restlessness that no amount of sleep will fix, or in competence that keeps getting recognized in a context that stopped even mattering to you. Smart people stay in the wrong rooms for specific reasons. It's not that they're unaware. Usually, they're too aware of what leaving would cost. The identity they built in that room. It's the relationships organized around that version of them and the security of being known and valued somewhere, even if that somewhere stopped fitting. Leaving requires something most people underestimate. It's not courage exactly. It's that willingness to be temporarily unknown. To move from a room where you're the established version of yourself to a room where you're the newer, less proven, still becoming version. For someone who's built their identity around competence and recognition, that gap feels enormous. So they stay. They get better and better at something they care about less and less. We call it security. What it actually is, it's a very comfortable ceiling. Let me explain what this looks like on the other side of that decision. It doesn't immediately get easier. It's the honest version, the new room that has its own friction, its own proving period, and its own cost. The fatigue changes quality. That tiredness, it's from building something that fits. It feels different from tiredness that comes from maintaining something that doesn't. One depletes, the other deposits, even on the hard days. And the identity that emerges from choosing alignment over security, that carries a different kind of confidence than one built on being good at the wrong thing. It's the confidence of someone who knows they chose the room they're in, rather than someone who stayed because leaving felt too expensive. This quiet distinction changes everything about how you show up. Here's today's one question. Think about the primary room you're currently in. your role, a relationship, the context that takes the most of your time and identity. And ask yourself honestly, am I here because this is where I'm meant to be building, or because leaving would require becoming someone I haven't fully authorized yet? Sit with the difference. Your answer doesn't require an immediate decision, but it does require honest acknowledgement. That's always where real movement begins. Next time, what you actually want, not what you're supposed to want, not what made sense when you set your original direction. What's true now, and why wanting it takes more courage than most people expect. With strength and heart, I'm Shawn Michael. Stay close. Thanks for tuning in to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential. Remember, transformation starts with action. So take today's insight, make it your own, and awaken your inner potential. Because remember, greatness begins within. Catch you tomorrow for your next Power Boost.